dog to sit, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need some sort of surface that your dog is able to get stability on and that it isn't too hard. Something like a rug or a nice flat dog bed or your normal carpet in a room. Avoid practicing on a tile or hardwood floor for the time being. You're also gonna need some treats for your dog and a marker word or a clicker to let your dog know when they've done it correctly. So to get started, we're gonna have our dog with us and I'm gonna have a treat lure in my hand. Now I need my dog standing for this, so I'm gonna get her up and standing. Stand. Very good. Bring my treat lure like a little magnet on her nose, kind of up and yes, back. The moment she plops her butt on the ground, I'm gonna say yes, which means you've done it correctly, and then give her that treat. Stand. Good. Then we'll reset. So again, cookie in my hand, just a little magnet, yes. Good girl. I only do that about 3 to 5 times, and I'm gonna get rid of that cookie in my hand. Stand. Good girl. And I'm paying Nellie for her stand because we're working on that as well. But this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have no treats in my hand. Now I'm just gonna kind of start shaping up my hand signal. So kind of the same concept, yes. Just getting my hand moving in the same direction it was when it had a treat, but without the treat in there. Good girl. Stand. Good. You're crowding me over here, girlfriend. So as I go, my hand signal is gonna start shaping up a bit more, yes. So what I started with was my hand like this with the cookie in it, going like this a few times. Then what I'm gonna start doing is getting rid of that cookie, so just this. Now we're turning into this. It's still a little dramatic, and over time it's gonna turn into this. You ready? All right, let's move you over here, because you're a little too close. Okay, good girl. So again, hand signal, yes. She plops her butt down, she gets a yes, and then a cookie. Stand. Good girl. Hand signal, yes. Good. You just want to be super close to me, don't you? Good girl. So again, hand signal, yes. You're kind of a cheater, aren't you? Good girl. Good. Thank you, good girl. Hand signal, yes. Good. If your dog's proficient with your hand signal, then you can go to adding your verbal cue. Are you ready? Stand. Sit. Good. And I missed my yes, but I said good. So Nellie kind of made me laugh with her little sit pretty. You ready? You're getting cookie crazy, I see it. Sit. Good. So say your cue, give your treat, mark it. I switch to good again, that's my bad. And then give your treat to your dog. All right, let's try this again. Sit. Yes. Good. Stand. Sit. Good. When your dog's consistent with both your verbal and your hand signal, you can go to just a verbal. Stand. That's not what I asked. Come on. Try again. Thank you. Sit. Yes. Good girl. When your dog's consistently sitting with your verbal cue only, then you can go onto a variable reward schedule, meaning your dog doesn't get a treat every time that they sit once it's a known behavior. Right, Nellie? You think you should get one every time, but you don't. Sometimes they'll get petting if they like petting. Sometimes they'll get praise if they like praise. Sometimes they'll get rewarded with a toy. But overall, your kind of summary of steps is going to be with your dog in a standing position, cookie lure, up, yes, and treat. With your dog standing, it's going to be shaping yes. Your hand signal, stand. Yes. Making your hand signal smaller over time. No, thank you, stand. Good. You keep kicking me out of the camera because you keep scooting closer and closer. Good. Stand. Good. Then adding your verbal, stand, sit. Again, I switch to good again. That's my bad. Nellie knows this, so I'm not too worried about it. Once your dog knows a behavior, you no longer have to actually mark it for them to let them know they're getting a treat. You're just going to surprise them with a treat when they're really good. Okay. Sit. Good girl. And then when your dog goes into being able to perform their sit consistently on your verbal cue only, then you can go into that variable reward schedule like we talked about. Go practice in other rooms. Anytime you change trainers, location, or the distractions of the environment, you're going to want to go back a few steps and make it easier for your dog. If your dog's struggling to sit on a certain surface, practice on a different surface a lot more first, especially with puppies. Puppies are kind of floppy, so it's oftentimes hard for them to sit on anything that's slightly slippery for them. You got that now? Stand. Sit. Good. Pretty. That's nice. Thank you. Good girlie. So any questions, just let me know. You're a good girl.